You have been told your whole life be nice, be kind, be grateful, or be agreeable, and you did it. You smiled when you wanted to scream, you said it's okay when it wasn't. You shrunk yourself to make other people comfortable. And what did you get in return? People stopped taking you seriously. Hey everyone, welcome back. I am your girl Swati, and today we are going to deep into something that nobody wants to say out loud but everybody needs to hear. Being too nice is costing you your respect. And I don't mean stop being a good person. I don't mean become cold or ruthless or start treating people badly. I'm not saying that. That's not it at all. What I mean is, there is a version of nice that isn't kindness. It's people pleasing dressed up as kindness. And that version is slowly, quietly destroying how people see you. Think about it for a second. You know that one person in your life who agrees with everything, who never pushes back, who always says, no, no, you decide whatever you want, I am fine with anything. Do you respect that person deeply? Or do you kind of take them for granted? Be very honest. Because here is what I found, and this was hard for me to accept as well. People don't respect what they can always have, they respect what has values, and values come with limits. When you say yes to everything, your yes means nothing. When you say no, your yes stop mattering, and when you are always available, your presence stop feeling special. That's not kindness, that's invisibility. And we didn't just wake up one day and decide to be the people pleaser. We were taught this. We were taught that good daughter doesn't speak up at the dinner table. We were taught that a good friend never makes things awkward. We were taught that good employee doesn't question the boss. And we were taught that being agreeable is the same as being lovable. And so we carried that into our friendship, our relationship, even on our workplaces. We became expert at reading the room, not to protect ourselves, but to protect everyone else's comfort at the expense of our own. And somewhere along the way, we lost the ability to even know what we actually want because we have spent so long asking, what do they want? Now, let's talk about the difference between kindness and people pleasing. This is the part I really want you to sit with. See, kindness comes from a full cup, people pleasing comes from fear. Kindness says, I want to help you because I genuinely care. But people pleasing, on the other hand, says, I need to help you so you don't get upset with me. Kindness has a backbone, but people pleasing is spineless, and not because you are weak, but because you have been convinced that your needs come last. Real kindness can say no. Real kindness can disappoint someone. Real kindness can hold a boundary and still love someone deeply. Because here is the truth that changes everything for me, okay? You can be warm and firm. You can be kind and clear. You can love someone and still protect your peace. Those are not opposites. So now let's talk about what happens when you stop explaining or when you stop over explaining, over apologizing, even over giving. So for that, I want you to imagine this. You stop saying sorry for things that aren't your fault. You stop over explaining your decisions to people who don't deserve explanations. You stop giving and giving until you are running on empty and then wondering why you feel so resentful. What happens? Some people get uncomfortable, some people push back, some people might even call you cold or distant or different lately. And here is what I want you to know, that discomfort, that is not a sign you did something wrong. That is the sign that someone got used to a version of you that wasn't real. The people who truly value you, they will adjust. They will meet you. They will respect the new boundary because they respect you. And the people who don't, well, that tells you everything you need to know. So now let's talk about what real respects look like. Respect doesn't come from being a most agreeable person in the room. It comes from knowing who you are. It comes from saying what you mean. It comes from showing people by your action, not your words. This is how I operate. This is how I stand for. This is where I draw a line. You know what people respect? Clarity. You know what people trust? Consistency. You know what people are magnetically drawn to? Someone who doesn't need their approval to feel okay. That's not arrogance, that's self respect. And self respect is the foundation of every relationship worth having. So today I want to leave you with this. Stop performing kindness out of fear. Start practicing it from a place of strength. Say yes when you mean yes. Say no when you mean no. And stop apologizing for being a person with needs, opinion, and limits. Because the world doesn't need more people who are endlessly agreeable. The world needs more people who are genuinely, honestly, courageously themselves, and that starts with you. If this hit home, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Leave a comment. And remember, I'm always and always in your corner. I am Swati. See you next time. Until then, bye bye. I love you all. Mwah.